Hello, I'm teacher Ivan from WUNNA Educational Services, who teaches math and physics at Angel High School, Namaswa. In today's video, we are looking at weight that is still under measurements in physics. Under weight, we shall look at its definition, the units of weight, the instruments that we use to measure weight. We shall also look at how we determine weight, and we shall talk about the differences between mass and weight. So we shall start with weight. Weight can be defined as the force of gravity that acts on a body. And weight is measured in newtons. Then weight is measured using a spring balance. We have a common question that normally disturbs people. When does mass become weight? Mass becomes weight when it is determined or measured when the body is hanging freely. If you have ever seen when someone is measuring the weight of a body, that body is always suspended on a hook of a spring balance. Why is suspended? Because it is acted upon by the force of gravity. Whereas when measuring the mass, we normally put our body on a scale pan. So mass becomes weight when the body whose mass is being measured is freely hanging during the measurement. Hope we are together on that. Then the other part to discuss about is how do we determine weight? We determine weight using a spring balance. However, if we have mass, we can calculate weight, since weight is given by mass times the acceleration due to gravity. Or we can even say that weight is the product of mass and acceleration due to gravity. So meaning that if we have mass, then we can definitely get the weight. We shall also discuss about mass and weight, the differences between mass and weight. The differences can be given in a tabular form, where we shall draw our table, and on one side we indicate mass, on the other side we shall write weight. Then when giving differences, normally we use the same aspect. For instance, if you are using the instrument used to measure, then you will say that mass is measured using a beam balance, whereas weight is measured using a spring balance. Mass is measured in kilograms, whereas weight is measured in newtons. Mass is a fundamental quantity, whereas weight is a derived quantity. Mass is a scalar quantity, whereas weight is a vector quantity. Mass is constant, whereas weight varies from one place to another. But we do that in a table. We don't use statements. So that is all about weight. Maybe lastly, as I conclude, to discuss about why weight varies from one place to another. Weight varies because the acceleration due to gravity that determines weight also vary from one place to another, depending on the position of the place in the polar or the setup of the earth, because the weight near the poles of the earth is not the same like the weight at the center or at the equator of the Earth. Then the other reason is because the Earth that determines the acceleration of gravity is not a perfect sphere, and therefore it's the weight on different surfaces of the Earth will change. So those are the reasons as why weight changes. Otherwise, I'm teacher Ivan. We meet next time. Bye-bye.